Hi, my name is Bailey Thomas, and today I'll be giving a persuasive speech on tattoos in the workplace. Have you ever had the thought on getting a tattoo but did not pursue your decision because you did not want to come off as unprofessional and struggle to find a job? Tattoos have been around ever since the period before Christ and has faced judgment ever since. An art and form of expression should be tolerated and respected rather than discriminated. Tattooing has become a career and a source of income for many people. Even though they are more acceptable and mainstream in this generation, they should be 100% accepted rather than just a little less judged than usual. New York was the first to begin tattooing in America because of Martin Hildenbrandt opening the first tattoo shop in 1846, where he tattooed both Northern and Southern soldiers during the Civil War. In 1991, two hikers came across a body that has been preserved for over 5,000 years. This corpse was known as Otzi the Iceman, and when his body was examined, he had over 57 traces of tattoos. Otzi was known as the oldest trace to have tattoos. Japan also has a deep history of the art based on the ancient Japanese gangsters that were founded in the 17th century known as Yakuza. Tattoos were used to identify people such as criminals and prisoners such as the Holocaust. In 1930, Social Security numbers were created, and many people tattooed their numbers on themselves from memory. Tattoos were reflected as a form of rebellion until the 80s and 90s when people began to discover the art and learn its purpose. Tattoos have an astonishing history and were created for signs of royalty, culture, religion, and identification. The First Amendment allows for freedom of speech, which protects the right to get tattoos. There are also federal and state laws that protect employees from being fired and other actions based upon discrimination. However, companies do have the right to discriminate against appearance traits such as tattoos, piercings, and facial hair. According to an article I read on a website published in 2012 called Stop Hall, 76% of employees feel their tattoos hurt their job interview chances. I also read that the states with the highest discrimination rate against tattoos are South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Florida. Our own state is guilty of discriminating against a meaningful form of art that carries sentimental value to someone. Tattoos do not define your skills or the amount of customer service you can bring to the workplace. Someone without tattoos can be less skillful than someone with tattoos. If we are not allowed to judge someone based on their skin color, then why should we be allowed to judge someone based on what they decide to decorate their body with, for their self-expression, such as their culture, religion, or even their personality? You can express yourself by how you dress, how you interact with others, or even by the type of music you listen to. Tattoos are a form of self-expression because of all the meaning they can carry. Self-harm is a very traumatic past and can cause many unbeautiful scars. Therefore, tattoos can be used to cover up the scars with something that makes you look past the bad times. To put something on you that is permanent and will last forever takes a lot of thought, and most of the tattoos that are on someone usually mean something. Not all tattoos are sentimental, but they all have stories to tell, even if it was a drunken night. If there is an ex's name tattooed on someone, you must know that that person meant something to them. Tattooing is one of the most ancient forms of art and has a way of opening viewers' interpretations just as easily as Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. There are many museums and conventions around the world for this practice of art, such as the Triangle Tattoo and Museum in Fort Bragg, California. Tattoos are people's stories, memories, and a piece of them that should not determine the rank of accessibility of earning a job. According to Rebecca Lake in her article, Tattoo Statistics, 23 Facts You Won't Regret Reading, there are 21,000 tattoo shops running nationwide. The average cost for a small tattoo would be $45, which rounds to the same cost as a monthly haircut. The average cost for a larger tattoo would be $145, which rounds to the same cost as a hair coloring, including a haircut. A cosmetologist and tattoo artist make almost the same high amount in their income. If other jobs continue to discriminate against people who have tattoos, then less people will pay an artist to give them one. I personally know a tattoo artist who used to have to work a second job that he disliked, covering the overhead expenses of the tattoo shop until his business grew enough to be able to quit. However, if the judgment of tattoos continues, then artists just like him may have to suffer working another job rather than working full-time at what they love doing. Overall, tattoos have a history that unfolded into the mainstream culture of today, but it is still taboo in some workplaces. Opinions in the workplace should not be based on the artwork placed on someone's body. Tattoos express so much and should not be hidden because of unprofessionalism. However, I do believe certain tattoos should be covered if inappropriate, such as an elementary school teacher having a skull tattoo. The main objective is if someone has tattoos for religion or family members passing away and was rejected a job because of the ink placed for a reason, then that is absurd. Being an artist is a profession, and the discrimination of tattoos can cause an unbalance in the tattooing career. This is a form of art and self-expression which should be accepted just as easily as what color you would wear to express yourself. No one said it better than Stahl. My body is not my resume.